Well, as I mentioned off the top of the show, you were in India. You had a great time in India, came back.
Loved it.
Brought us some photographs
Right.
and some beautiful, textiles that you picked up. So give me your impressions.
Okay, well, let's take a look at the photographs. I mean, I'll tell you right off the top, I was a little apprehensive about going. I thought I might feel a little bit afraid. Look at the density of the cities. This is Udaipur, and it's known as the Blue City. So all the buildings, I'm sorry, this is Jodhpur. Oh, I don't know, it's one of the Purs. Yeah, this is Jodhpur. And this is a rooftop view, and you can see how dense everything is. So with all the people and everything, I thought, you might feel insecure in some way, but the people are so unbelievably friendly and kind and helpful that you get over that in about an hour and a half. And yes, it's quite, as you can see, it's pretty rustic, and that's a euphemism sometimes for just dense and, a lot of dirt, and every manner of animal you could ever manage walking around. So cows, of course, are sacred. They're everywhere. Pigs, goats, chickens, dogs, they're all there, and millions of cars, just millions of cars going in every direction. So it's quite an adjustment, really, really fun.
So it's a good thing everyone's friendly, because you need help getting direction going from place to place, right?
You do, and once we got used to that and just asking people, they would literally take you wherever you wanted to go, and it was just, it's wonderful. So the next picture is a fellow who makes pottery, and look how humble his means are. This is his home, and he actually lives very modestly, but by Indian standards, he's quite well off. So he makes pottery here in his home. What was amazing to me is this wheel has nothing that is powered by electricity. It's a rock, and that slab that you see, he spins it himself. This man could pick up a truck. He is so strong.
Really?
And he makes these beautiful pots in seconds, and it was so wonderful. Invited us into their home to see how they live. And then the next photo, I laugh because this is a place where they make carpets as well. Again, look at the magnificent juries that they make.
Beautiful.
And this fellow, I likened him to the owner of LT Carpets because he has quite an enterprising business. He had photos of Richard Gere and President Clinton and all these wonderful people who come here. And to make these purchases is not only such an experience of a lifetime, they're serving you tea and you're just looking at these works of art, but really, really affordable. It was very difficult not to overspend. Even though everything was inexpensive, you just wanted it all. It was so beautiful. And then this last image is really fun, and this to me really summed up India. We went to Varanasi, which is the holy city, and that's where a lot of pilgrims want to come to die. So they do the cremation. It's right on the Ganges, and we watched 30 or 40 cremations, which sounds kind of gruesome, and it was, but it's also quite beautiful because it's ceremonial. And after we spent 4 or 5 hours watching these cremations, our guide said, "Come on, I'll take you to a perfumery." And we said, "Oh, a perfumery, like, oh, how lovely." So we walk through these back streets, cows, chickens, goats, rats, cockroaches, dust, dirt everywhere. We go through narrow passages, through this door, that door. We entered a barn with cows and goats and chickens, and the most overwhelming barn smell. It smells just like a barn in Canada, ×2.
Yeah.
And this was the perfumery. So we sat and we smelled their essential oils in this barn setting, and it was really the experience of a lifetime. So
but you got some good perfumes.
Of course, I brought some beautiful essential oils home. I brought home this one that's sort of like a Vicks Vapor Rub for colds and headaches and all that kind of thing, and another one that's a love potion.
Whoa!
I'll let you know how that goes. Got that from my husband.
Sprinkle some on his pillow tonight.
So that was really, really fun. And as we're walking to the apothecary, there's the cows defecate in the street, and we stepped in something we didn't want to step in, and the guide said, "Don't worry, it's holy." So it was really a trip of extremes. And all the while, we're looking at women dressed in these most beautiful, beautiful garments.
Yes, you're saying everywhere, even on the street, sweeping the streets, like
Cleaning
everyone
the
is coming out with their
working in
beautiful
the
colors,
fields.
beautiful
They had
saris.
these beautiful saris on everywhere you went, and we literally bought these, like these two in particular. This one was $1 Canadian.
Really?
So it kind of, I need to take it home and clean it and love it a little bit, but it's so beautiful. So I bought a lot of these. Tracy, open up one of these
Can
scarves.
you pass me the blue one before I fall off the chair?
Yeah, see how that works. Now look
so
how
this one I
tightly
like
that's wound.
Is this is how it's sold?
Yeah, this is how they sell. They open a few just to tempt you, and then you can, they make
It's
it
sort
easy
of like
for
a
you
game
to fit
for the
it into
kids, like a
your...
Rubik's Cube, but it's also a scarf at the end.
That's right.
I think I'm
While
getting it
you're
there.
working on that, I'm going to
Look
show
at
you what
that.
really I got excited about. I bought these beautiful trims for drapery, and these are the borders of different saris. And literally for
Oh, that's
pennies,
nice.
I got these off the street. So again, it needs some cleaning, but you can imagine how pretty that's going to be on pillows or on draperies. I know Mary Dobson's going to be eyeing these.
I was just going to say that.
I'm going to have to keep
She's
my eye on
eyeing
her for
so
sure.
brought home some beautiful fabrics, and I'm sure we're going to be hearing more about the Design Express that you do there in the future.
I hope
gorgeous.
so. Yeah, 2014.
This is beautiful.
Let me help you unwind this so you can see what
That,
this scarf
we'll
looks
unwind
like.
while we go to break, and you
at that.
stay tuned for more home day.
Isn't that beautiful?